You can give a lot of excuses for giving up a sport, or not even trying. I'm too weak, I'm not athletic enough, I'm too skinny, I'm too overweight, I'm too young, I'm too old. I never did a sport before, so why start now? So as a starting question, I'd like to ask, who are you, what club do you represent, and what is your role within the club?
Okay, my name's Rob Clayton. I'm from the Nottingham Wolves Ball Hockey Club.
So I'm Claire and I've been at White Tiger for about 18 months now.
I'm Laura and I've been at White Tiger kickboxing for 11 years now.
I've got a few different titles, but I think I'm the chairperson of the club is probably the one that most people recognise.
What was your first experience of doing the sport?
Well, you've got the better story.
I was an ice hockey fan, which has a natural connection. And there was a taster session running at Portland Leisure Centre, which is still there. And we're talking about probably 1986. I was 15, and I went along and gave it a try. I just fell in love with it from the start.
I used to dance and then I gave up dancing, but I wanted to still do something that was within a group and something quite active. I saw White Tiger advertised and one of my friends used to do it a long time ago, and I thought I'd just come along, see what it's about, and turned up, did my trial class, and I pretty much decided there and then that I was going to join because, yeah, it's fantastic, I love it.
Is there a particular regime you feel you need to do to get good at the sport? Like, would you say it's the endurance-based exercises or more?
I think it's got to be a balance. You know, just basic exercises and stretching, bag work, shadow boxing, and a bit of sparring as well. I suppose it's part of the warm-up as well. You could have really good cardio, but you know, if you haven't got the strength or you know the flexibility side of it, you struggle on all aspects. So it's having that balance of all areas really.
It's really easy to lose the stamina and it's hard to get it back. So I think a lot of it is even if you're on holiday for a couple of weeks, try and continue doing a bit of cardio and stuff like that to keep your stamina levels up as well. Sort of practice your kicks when you're making a cup of tea at home in the kitchen, you know, just stand there and sort of run through your line work, and yeah, it's really easy to do it.
When I was starting to get to the higher grade and up to my black belt, everything increased. So yeah, I did. I stopped drinking. Yeah, I stopped drinking. I was on a snowboarding holiday and didn't drink because it really had an effect when you came to class. And it only takes like a week to everything to fall out.
I think when you're young and you start, I think sometimes you perhaps think that there's going to be a shortcut to being great at it. And I think you learn as time goes on, certainly as you get older, that there's no real escape from the fact that you just have to practice it. If you don't practice it, you can't necessarily get better at it. If you're tall, you know, if we look at somebody like Joe on that picture, he's really tall, which means he has a really long reach. So from a defensive point of view, he can be really effective in dispossessing players. So I think there are those raw physical factors that do have an impact on you. You know, a lot of really good defenders now are really tall because they have that great reach and they can take the ball away from somebody at quite a distance. So I think there are those. You know, whereas I think perhaps wingers being small and speedy is more important.
A lot of people might not want to do sport because they think, I've not done it much.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I've not done it much now.
Yeah.
So why should I start now?
You don't need to be any particular age to do it. We've got people here who are black belts and they're in the 60s. You know, it is a sport for everybody and all levels, abilities, and the way that Sam structures the classes, there's something for everybody.
You're encouraged to work to your ability effectively and encouraged to push that ability. So everyone's different. You look at the classes, young, old, you know, tall, short, you know, all completely different. So we don't all work the same anyway. So Sam's quite good at kind of going, right, okay, work to your ability and encouraging that progress.
There's absolutely no reason why you can't take up the sport as an adult. I think it does lend itself very well to people who've perhaps not been involved in loads of sport up until that point, or maybe not found their sport and come along because it has that just certain niche and appeal. I think it does captivate people quite well.
We're cool. bunch of people, aren't they?
Absolutely. I'm going with that one.